Hello, Cupcakes. Today we're asking the question, what does $10 get you in terms of comic books in 2025? Apparently a lot, as we'll find out. So I went to my local comic book store. I'll give the details at the end of the video. And I bought a bunch of books. These are all good books. So let's start off with my haul. This is basically Tales of Teen Titans. This is a 4-issue mini, just focusing on a single character of the Teen Titans, and it's got like Marv Wolfman and awesome George Perez artwork. So yeah, they're a set of 4. So you've got your Cyborg, you've got your Raven book, you've got your Beast Boy, or Changeling as he was called at that time, and you've got my favorite Starfire. So yeah, this is all Marv Wolfman and George Perez. Look at that gorgeous artwork, man. This is amazing. And these are all like comic books of my childhood. So I am super excited to and enthusiastic to check these out. And the next one is these 4 issues of Fantastic Four versus X-Men. This is all Chris Claremont's work. So 2 of the Marvel properties which are yet to debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, X-Men kind of debuted. But yeah, this is like awesome story where Fantastic Four goes toe to toe against the X-Men, and it is from the 80s. So yeah, this is awesome. So yeah, 4 issues. I got all 4 of them. There's Doctor Doom, there's Havoc, there's Wolverine with Franklin Richards and Sue Storm, and Reed Richards as Doctor Doom. Well, that's cool. So yeah, this is the next set of books. Then these are the only sets I found. These are the incomplete sets I found. I'll try to collect them all. This is the DC event Millennium by Steve Englehart. I think Millennium came after Crisis on Earths, before Zero Hour. I could be wrong on that. Maybe it came after Zero Hour. But yeah, this is again involving all the DC heroes, and they're growing up, against a threat, which is possibly this guy. Because I haven't read it, so I don't know. But I know a lot of my DC books, but I haven't read Millennium or Zero Hour. That's where I have like a blank spot. I have all the issues of Zero Hour, and now I have some issues of Millennium. So yeah, definitely going to check this out 100%. So yeah, that's Steve Englehart, DC Universe Millennium. You are Gloss. Okay, let's move on to the next book on this list. And the next one, because there's more, because $10 apparently gets you a lot, right? Machine Man, Tom DeFalco, issue 1. So Machine Man is Aaron Stack. He's a Jack Kirby creation, and yeah, and this is so he had a run. He had like a 10 to 12 issue run initially with his debut series, and then I think they did another. I think they didn't sell, they stopped. But this is the first issue. I think it's a 4-issue limited series, and then this is the first issue of the run by Tom DeFalco, and this is a very quintessential run. It gives you a lot of details into why Aaron Stack, Machine Man, is actually a super cool character, and and he's a cyborg, but he's not like a regular cyborg. And yeah, I've read this before as a kid. I don't remember any of it, but yeah, I found the first issue, and I might hunt all the other 3 down. So yeah, the part of this is the excitement is like, even if you find one issue in the wild, you want to collect the others, and yeah, and you're like motivated to do it. So yeah, this is another one. It's the appearance of Mr. Blade. So Tomb of Dracula, Marv Wolfman and Jane Colin, and amazing creators, like god tier talent, top tier talent. And yeah, this is Tomb of Dracula. I think this is the second series they did. So yeah, they revived Dracula, and then Mr. Blade comes in breaking doors to stop him. So yeah, Tomb of Dracula, book 4, The Deep Abyss. That's pretty cool, man. There's more. You have Doom Patrol and the Suicide Squad working together. So you see Robot Man there, and this is pretty cool. So I've never seen these 2 crossover before, and this is a special issue. So yeah, hopefully it's John Ostrander, Paul Kuppenberg. So yeah, this is like, again, top tier talent on this book. So there's Hawk and Dove. So yeah, man, excited to check this out. And then the next is Keith Giffen and JMD Mateus, Justice League International, and this is a bonus book from the second anniversary. So yeah, I haven't read all of this. I have just read the first couple of issues because I got it in as a trade. And I know the omnibus is super popular for this one, but yeah, I'm not a very huge Omni reader. So yeah, this is the format I like, and yeah, this is the format I'll check it out in. So yeah, that's Guy Gardner, who's about to make his debut in the DC Cinematic Universe. Okay, now we've got more. We've got the first Terminator issue by Mark Verheiden for Dark Horse. I have this in a collected edition. I have the Dark Horse Omnibus, the softcover omnibus for this one, but then this is the first issue, so I was like, yeah, I can't pass on the first issue, so I bought it. So there you go. And then next you have another thing by Mark Verheiden. Mark Verheiden was just on all these 90s action movies and turning them into like awesome comics. This is another one of those, Time Cop, Jean-Claude Van Damme. And yeah, I love the Time Cop movie. I love the Terminator movie. And I don't know how long this series ran. This is just issue 1 of 2. So I'll try to hunt down 2 if I like issue 1. And then you got issue 2 of RoboCop versus Terminator by Frank Miller and Walt Simonson. The talent on all these books is so amazing. Like, it was hard for me to pass on these. Again, I know it's issue 2 of 4. I have read this before ages ago when in the 90s. But yeah, it's good to see that, I have issue 2 of 4. Now I just need the rest. So yeah, it's all, and as you see, like, these are all like 4 or 5 issue miniseries. It's not like I need to collect 50 issues. So that makes the hunt more, doable. So yeah, so this is RoboCop versus Terminator. And yeah, awesome. What is this? Dr. Giggles. Wow. 90s comics, man. They were amazing. Okay, this is Mask. I never read a Mask comic in my life. I know they did it, but there's no collection. They never did. I don't think the IP was that popular enough for them to do like a collected edition. But yeah, Matt Tracker is now in the Energon universe. If you didn't know that, so part of the Energon universe free comic book day book, he makes his first appearance. So yeah, so I was always into the Mask toys. So Mask, G.I. Joe, He-Man, this is all my childhood. So and yeah, this one looked, I don't know, it's issue 9. But yeah, discontinuity, like there's this saying they say that, for true comic book readers, discontinuity doesn't bother them. I grew up reading these random issues. I don't need issue 1 to 10 for me to follow a story. I can just dive in from the middle and, enjoy it. So yeah, so my first Mask comic. So there you go. That is, there you go. A barrier crossed. Okay. These next two books are Dragonlance. So Dragonlance is like a sword and sorcery mythology. So they've got like wizards and dragons and elves and all. So my brother used to read the novels of this. So I've read like the first 2 novels of this with Raistlin Majere, who's like a wizard, and he's got his twin brother, and then there is Stannis Half-Elven. So if you're like a D&D guy, or if you're like a sword and sorcery guy, yeah, I've never read a Dragonlance comic before. I know there are plenty, but this is printed by DC. So yeah, uber excited to check this out. And yeah, last but not the least, we have Marvel premiere Nightcat. So Nightcat, I think this is by Stan Lee and a bunch of other people. Jim Salicrup, he's known. Dennis Cowan, Jimmy Palmiotti, Bob Budiansky was the editor. He did the whole Transformer stuff, for which they recently released a compendium edition. But yeah, this Nightcat she's like a singer, which is again crazy because they already have Dazzler. So why would they do another one? So I think dedicated to Charles Ed Stein. And yeah, so I don't know what the background on this character is, but again, she's like a singer and she's also like a superheroine. And yeah, it's a single issue. And then yeah, I think they promoted this in the 90s, I remember, but for why, it eludes me why and for what. But it's just 1 issue, so like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I like the artwork, so why the hell not? So yeah, that's what $10 gets you, man. The whole stack. And this is just $10. I'm not even kidding. Where did I get this from? This is purchased from the BMB store in Toronto. So they have 3 locations, as you can see: Yonge Street and Edward Street and Bloor Street. So if you're ever in Toronto, so BMB stands for Books, Music and Video. They sell a lot of secondhand and first-hand stuff. So, but yeah, so it says secondhand, but they do sell first-hand stuff too. They sell like new single issues and new trade paperbacks as well. But I was more into the secondhand stuff. So yeah, $10, man. I think, yeah, I didn't go to my comic book store this week because she didn't get her Marvel books, and I didn't want to just go and get like 2 books out of my 5 books. So yeah, but then yeah, $10, man. All of this goodness. So yeah, I am not complaining. For $10, I think this is gold. So yeah. I'm just gonna do a recap quickly. Look at that, man. Look at Suicide Squad, Tomb of Dracula, Marv Wolfman, Gene Colan, all these amazing creators, right? So yeah, all these DC books. They also had a lot of Legion of Superheroes. I didn't have the time because the store was closing, but I will definitely take a peek and see if something, seems exciting to me. I'll definitely read this Fantastic Four and X-Men first, because yeah, and the one which I have in full collection, the Starfire one. But that's about it. Catch you in the next one. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye. It's a 10-minute video for $10 books. That's awesome.